My name is Ofir Zan. I'm leading the global sales organization at AI21 Labs, overseeing the account exec team, business development, sales engineers, and sales enablement. For me, sales enablement is the backbone of every good revenue organization. Sales enablement is the function that is consolidating all the knowledge of the organization, providing insights along the way, documenting our data, and basically the go-to for every function within the sales org, but not only, also within other departments that need to better understand our sales processes, the challenges, and how we overcome these. So it's usually the first hire that I'm doing when I'm building and scaling a revenue organization. Sales enablement usually comes first because that's someone that I want to work with me hand by hand, putting the infrastructure to scaling that up. So when you're building a machine, you want to make sure that the foundation is really strong. I've hired sales enablement 4 times in my career, and I can happily say that this is one of the most important functions that you have when you're building in a startup that is doing scale, growing from 0 or from a few millions to tens of millions. It's a function that I would expect to be very knowledgeable about everything that is happening within our customer journey. Knowing from the early stages, from the prospecting phase, what are the challenges that the BDRs might encounter, what kind of objections they need to overcome. When it comes to the sales process, everything from the discovery, the kind of questions that we ask, the trap setting questions, how to do pain discovery, how to go deep into the pain funnel. Obviously, when it progresses to technical evaluation, what kind of challenges the engineers will experience and how do they document their knowledge, which might be very different, right? Because of the persona that they're dealing with and the role that they have. And then all the way to commercials and closing. So these needs to be top-notch sellers themselves because they need to educate others, but they also need to gain the trust of some of the most sophisticated people out there. So they need to be smart and unique and very well spoken and excellent communicators, etc. Hands-on sales experience in the field. Yeah, from my experience, hands-on sales experience is really important because sometimes until you've been placed in the account executive position, understanding what quota means and closing within quarter and the pressure that you have and the fact that you cannot control everything, and you need to be very strategic in your approach, but also very go to the close and while being a good partner to the other side. I wouldn't say it's a must-have, but I would say it's a big advantage when you're coming from sales and deciding that now you want to educate and help others up-level their game. So for me, when I'm interviewing sales enablement folks, I would usually see if their sales understanding is advanced enough, if they've experienced complex sales cycles like the one that we have here. Because within the complexity of a sales cycle, you have a spectrum. Some products are very easy to sell, very easy to explain, and might be not that expensive, versus products that you want to sell to the enterprise that are core tech and requires selling to chief architect, CTO, CIO, and so forth. So I would expect the sales enablement person to really be at the level that he can educate sellers at that level. And sellers are very high demanding folks, very direct. They will challenge everything that you say. They're probably familiar with the other methodologies. So they did Sandler and they did MatPeak and they did Challenger Sale. They really know their game. And now these are the people that you need to actually enrich with new content and new approach so that you will become and stay valuable asset for the team.